and a super good evening to you from the paved walkway here in the center of Granada, Spain. And today let's talk about book editing, creative writer editing, or I'll probably be using exactly the same number one hack that I'm going to be giving you today for editing your novels. I'll probably be using that for blog posts coming up when I get back into the flow of blog post writing in the month of September. But let me give you the number one hack that has saved me a ton of time when it's come to editing my 8 novellas, and it's allowed me to have a publishing schedule of one novella going live on Amazon every 14 days. And that number one hack that I have for you is, I can't show you, unfortunately. I know show don't tell is the operative word for filmmaking and for novel writing, but unfortunately with this one I can't show you because it's using the exact same phone that is currently busy recording this video. But what I do is, on your phone you'll see in amongst the phone's accessibility settings, there'll be a feature in there somewhere that involves being able to read entire pages or entire documents or entire web pages out loud to you, because it's for the phone's vitally important accessibility settings that it needs to have. So how can this help your editing process? Well, one thing that I discovered through my editing process is, even after I'd edited my novel 3, 4, 5 times, it wasn't until I heard my novel read out loud back to me that I suddenly managed to discover gaping holes that I had in my dialogue, in some of my scene settings, in some of my chapters. I even discovered 1 or 2 plot holes and continuities that didn't add up just from the process of listening and hearing my novel read back to me. So there are expensive bits of software that can do all of this for you, but for me the simplest way to be able to do it, excuse the very enthusiastic gentleman out there beside me, anyway, the expensive pieces of software that can do this for you, but what I found is copy my document, copy my novel into my Google Documents folder, open it up on my phone, use the phone's accessibility settings, and get, in this case, Siri to read the novel back to me. But having the accessibility setting reading back to you doesn't quite give you the same type of voice intonations and things like that as far as punctuation is concerned. But however, it's easily good enough for you to be able to pick up holes in your dialogue, pick out holes in your plot, major plot holes, as well as things that maybe are slightly out of order, that if you merely read them without it being out loud, you don't pick these things up. And what I found is, even reading out loud, I didn't pick up everything. It wasn't until I had it read back to me that I was able to pick up way more. So in my other novels going forward, what I'll be doing is, when I start my editing process, I'm going to use the opportunity to have it read back to me and save time in the entire editing process. So that's my number one hack for you. Save time in the editing process. Get your novels finished and published way quicker than you would before. And with that, I'm here in the center of Granada. Time is 2 minutes to 9 o'clock, heading to Plaza Nueva, because Plaza Nueva on a Sunday evening, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. in the middle of the high summer, has dancing, and I'm heading there now because we can't spend all of our time sitting at our desks grinding away at our writing projects. We need to get a little bit of fresh air and enjoy life around us, because you never know, when you step out and enjoy the city life around you, you might just see somebody while you're walking around that sparks an entire idea for a character, or maybe even an entire new novel might be sparked from an idea of something to see along the way. With that said, stay writing, keep pushing out the content, and I'll speak to you all next week. Good night.